We're going to get to the starting lineups here momentarily. We'll start with Windsor. They go with Mitch Spikestra, a 6'5 senior, along with Drew Martin, a 6-foot senior, Tyson Murkey, a 6'1 senior, Aaron Schmidt, who Braden was talking about, a 6'2 senior, and Alex Baldwin, a 6-foot junior. Mustang starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions, taking as much pride in the community just as they do in the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSIR B106 Scholarship Program. Leo Lopez, a 5'4 junior guard, along with 5'10 senior guard Nick Garver. 6-foot senior guard Nevin McConnell. Aaron Anderson, a 6'3 senior guard. And in the middle, 6'4 senior T.J. Schneider. The Mustangs in their home whites are coached by Chad Unrein. Dustin Duncan is the head coach of the Wizards. And this should be a very athletic game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Both teams are very athletic and like to fly around and make plays.
We'll find out here early, too. The opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush. Offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Aaron Schmidt wearing the sleeves underneath. It'll be easy to recognize him.
Yeah, that's different. I've never seen him do that before.
Mitch Spikestra will jump center with T.J. Schneider. And that was a horrendous tip. I should say a horrendous toss, I should say, by the official. I mean, that was not even close to going straight up. They're going to have to do it again. Let's see if we can toss it straight up. That one's much better, but it's controlled by Windsor. And Tyson Murkey to Schmidt. Schmidt into the front court with a basketball. On the outside left to Martin. Back out to Schmidt. On the outside right with the basketball is Murkey. Over to Aaron Schmidt on the high left. Left baseline to Murkey, dribbling left of the lane. Back out to Martin. On the outside right is Spikestra. Down low, the turnaround, 10-footers up and in. That's made by Alex Baldwin. He only touched it once on that possession, and he scored. Anderson pressured backcourt to Lopez to Anderson. Front court to Garver. Garver on the outside left corner, McConnell dribbling left baseline, cut off. Bounce pass kicked by Schmidt. It'll stay with Fort Morgan. 2-0 Windsor, as the Wizards are going for the sweep tonight after the Lady Mustangs lost 54-26. Anderson to throw it in. Anderson still looking, and it's a 5-second count against Fort Morgan.
A little bit of a late whistle there, but nevertheless a Fort Morgan turnover, and that's not how you want to start off your first possession to a very athletic and good ball club.
Here is Aaron Schmidt at the top. On the outside left to Martin. Back out to Schmidt. On the high right to Murkey. Murkey to Spikestra to Martin to Schmidt. Schmidt left of the lane. Bounce pass over to Murkey. Murkey at the free throw line, cut off over there. Is going to hand it off to Baldwin. Right of the lane. His runners up off the back of the rim. No. Rebound to Schmidt. Dribbles, banks off the bottom of the rim. And Nevin McConnell has the rebound for Fort Morgan. And then the Mustangs turn it over in the front court. Apparently on the end line. Second turnover as they threw it into the front court, but could not keep it in bounds. Drew Martin to throw it into Aaron Schmidt. 6:50 to go, opening quarter. 2-0 Windsor. Schmidt on the outside left against McConnell. Looking towards the top, is going to feed Baldwin. Baldwin on the outside left. Schmidt wide open three. Good for Aaron Schmidt.
Going to have to do a better job of fighting off those screens for Aaron Schmidt, because he will make you pay.
Schneider to Garver on the high left. 5-0 Wizards. Down low for Anderson. Bounce past McConnell. Blocked out of there beautifully by Schmidt and picked up by Martin. With a basketball on the outside right is Murkey. Murkey spinning back out to Baldwin. Here is Spikestra. Mitch Spikestra, and we got a whistle and a foul. I think it was a hold on Garver down low. And that's the first personal of the game. And to throw it in will be Aaron Schmidt. Schmidt to the left of the basket in the front court. Bounce pass back out to Schmidt. Shot up and in. That went from Schmidt to Spikestra on the right baseline to Schmidt, who hit the 15-footer, 7-0 Windsor. McConnell bounced pass to Lopez in the front court, jump pass to Nick Garver in the lane, bounce pass cross court, knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs, poked away by Murky. And to throw it in is Anderson. Bounce pass in the lane to Schneider, puts it up off the glass and in. Strong move to the right of the basket by T.J. Schneider. 7-2 in favor of Windsor. 5:49 to go in the first. Schmidt in the left corner for Murky, dribbling to his right. At the top for Martin on the outside right. Baldwin, right corner for Schmidt, poked away by McConnell. Schmidt gets it right back, right of the lane, then he's fouled by McConnell on the pass. McConnell commits his first. And to throw it in is Schmidt, who calls out the play. Schmidt lobs it to Martin on the high right. On the outside right here, Spikestra. Cross court to Murky. Murky with the basketball, picks up the dribble at the top for Martin. Free throw line for Spikestra. Right wing, Baldwin, wide open shot is no good. And the strong side rebound is controlled by Aaron Anderson of Fort Morgan. Long pass to Schneider, and he will put it up and in. He's fouled. Schneider to the line as he was hit across the wrist. He'll try and convert the three-point play. And the foul was committed by Drew Martin, his first. So Fort Morgan's weathered that storm. They were down 7-0. And now it's 7-4, and the free throw is up and in, 7-5. Keep in mind it was an off night, for Schneider offensively against Weld Central. Now he's come out strong in this game.
Well, you hit it right on the head in the beginning of the game.
That score is wrong, too. It should say 7-5. With the basketball, turning, shooting, and missing over there is Murky, and the ball's rebounded by T.J. Schneider. Now it says 8-5. They got the whole thing wrong here. Back out to Garver. Garver in the lane, 15-foot pull-up is short, and the ball is controlled by Drew Martin. Yeah, they got to fix that scoreboard. It should say 7. Now it's a 7-5. In the left corner, Baldwin penetrating left baseline all the way up and under. Had the shot partially blocked by Anderson, who takes the ball away. Anderson then had it stripped by Drew Martin. Martin to a wide open Baldwin. He banks and scores. Mustangs cannot commit those turnovers if they want to pull off the upset here. They're down 9-5, 4.5 to go in the opening quarter. Lopez with the basketball, left of the lane, back out to Anderson at the free throw line, left wing for McConnell, left baseline for Schneider. Kicks it out, Anderson, left corner three is no good, and the rebound to Baldwin. That's Alex Baldwin, no relation to Alec. Schmidt in the lane, scores on the runner to the left of the basket for Aaron Schmidt. 11-5, Windsor, 4:05 to go in the first. Here's Garver back out to Lopez. Lopez to Garver, wide open left wing three. Count it for Nick Garver. He cuts the Mustang deficit in half, 11-8. Here's Baldwin, right baseline, all the way, scoops it up, fouled as he misses. Aaron Anderson commits the foul. And to the line is Alex Baldwin. And he will shoot a deuce. I got to tell you, entertaining game so far.
Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland, located at 1201 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days.
Free throws up, good.
Can't disagree with you there, John. It's been a fun game to watch. We talked about the Mustangs need to slow the pace down, and that's kind of what they've done. They've been able to control the ball a little bit on their offensive side of the ball and pass it around and make good shots.
Second free throw coming up for Baldwin, and that one is up and that one is in. And the Mustangs trail by a score of 13-8, 3:50 to go in the opening quarter. Lady Mustangs lost to Windsor tonight, 54-26. McConnell on the outside left towards the top. Back on the outside right to Anderson. Anderson at the top, left of the lane against Schmidt, backs it out to Lopez. Lopez in a high left to Garver, fakes the three, steps to his right, and then had the ball poked away. Picks it up in the backcourt, dribbles by Baldwin, 5-on-4 over to Schneider. In the right corner, McConnell with the basketball, over to Garver, fakes a three, steps in, and then kicks it in the left corner for nobody. He saw a white uniform, but that's Allie Schneider. And she plays on the girls' team. So that's the fourth turnover. Yeah, he saw somebody over there.
That he did, and Allie Snyder's played her 32 minutes of basketball tonight, and she's just now going to enjoy another 32 minutes as she takes a seat in the stands.
Dalton Walker and Dylan Oxner into the game for Windsor. On the outside right, Baldwin over to Schmidt. Schmidt dribbles against McConnell at the free throw line in the lane, leans from 10 off the back of the rim. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Walker. It'll be Mustang basketball with 3:07 to go in the opening quarter. 13-8 in favor of Windsor. The Mustangs are right there, as were the Mustang girls. Here's Aaron Mendez into the game. Left corner for Garver. Back out to Mendez. Near the top for McConnell. Dribbling to his left of the lane. Backs it out to Anderson. Anderson looking down low on the outside right. McConnell, he'll take the three off the back of the rim and rebounded by Aaron Schmidt. His second rebound. Long pass to Oxner. He banks and scores. Offensive foul. No basket. Wave off the basket. Dylan Oxner commits the offensive foul. Nick Garver took the charge. The first turnover of the game for Windsor.
That's a good move by Nick Garver, as he could have got another one earlier when Aaron Schmidt drove the lane and Nick just didn't fall over. And I think he could have got that one too, but now Mustangs have a chance to even cut this gap even closer.
Here's Nick Garver with the basketball at the top for Lopez. On the outside right to McConnell. In the right corner, Mendez fakes the three. Back out to Garver. Garver at the top. On the outside right to Mendez with a chest pass. Right of the lane in the right corner for McConnell. Now to Garver at the top. On the outside left to Anderson. Left corner Lopez. He'll take the rainbow three, and that's well short. The rebound is to Aaron Schmidt. Schmidt across the timeline. 2:05 to go in the opening quarter. Windsor by 5. Walker in the left corner with a basketball against Mendez. Spinning left baseline. And he puts up a shot off the glass too strong. Nevin McConnell grabs the rebound for the Mustangs. McConnell by himself on the outside right to Mendez. Mendez all the way takes the bump and then misses. Should have been a foul there. No call. The rebound is grabbed by Drew Martin. Martin into the front court. Back out. Here's Baldwin in the lane. Lean, shoots, scores. A little 5-foot runner for Alex Baldwin. He's got 8 points. It's 15-8, and then Drew Martin tries to intercept the pass, taken away by Garver, but he was on the end line. Mustangs turn it over, their 5th turnover. Boy, these teams are athletic.
Both of them making plays on both ends of the floor. I didn't think that runner was going to fall, but just that touch.
Yeah, it did beautifully. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design build project is picking the right company to build it. Call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. Buildingsbydesign.com, and see T.O. Charlie's for a great used car, truck. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Schmidt with the basketball, 15-8 Windsor, 1:25 to go in the opening quarter. Back out to Spikestra. Spikestra on the outside right, and then there was a kick also back into the game, Tyson Murky, and that basketball will stay with Windsor. With 1:20 to go in the first. At Aaron Schmidt to throw it into the left of the basket, lobs it down low for Walker, right corner, Schmidt three, well off to the right. The rebound to Spikestra in the lane, turns, banks, and scores. Mitch Spikestra scores for Windsor. 17-8 Wizards. Mendez with the basketball. Garver, left corner, penetrates left baseline all the way, puts it up, and he missed it. On the layup, the rebound to Tyson Murky. Murky on the outside right in the front court to Spikestra. Right corner taken by Walker. Down low, pass tipped away, but it's controlled over there by Murky. Bounce pass in the lane to Walker. Fades from 6. Yes, for Dalton Walker. And now the Mustangs, a traveling violation in the backcourt by Tony Zwedzig, who's just into the game. 6 turnover for Fort Morgan.
Right as he turned around, he had his head down, put his head up, and Aaron Schmidt was right there. And I think it startled him, and he just took a little extra step.
19-8 in favor of Windsor. Schmidt with the inbounds pass against McConnell, retreating towards the timeline. Crossover dribble in the lane's going to back it right corner. 3 in the air by Oxner is in and out. And the rebound to Aaron Mendez. That one sat on the lip of the rim. Here's Zwedzig into the front court. Zwedzig all the way, uses his body. It's blocked, but a foul by Oxner. Off the miss. Zwedzig to the line. That's Oxner's second foul. Zwedzig to the stripe for Fort Morgan. Trying to stop this mini 6-0 run. And the free throw is up and around and good for Tony Zwedzig. Second free throw upcoming for the Mustang sophomore. That one is up and that one is in. 19-10 in favor of Windsor. 25 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Aaron Schmidt with the basketball, picked up by McConnell on the outside right for Spykstra. Spykstra against TJ Schneider. Bounce pass on the outside left for Murky. Murky to his right, cross court to Walker. Bounce pass down low, tipped away, intercepted by TJ Schneider. Schneider ahead to Mendez, off his hands, out of bounds. Mustangs turn it over for a 7th time. With 6.9 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and the Mustangs down by 9. Here's Schmidt at midcourt with 4, across midcourt with 3, pulls up for a 3, and that's good for Aaron Schmidt at the buzzer. A 3-pointer for Schmidt, and he scores 10 points in the opening quarter after 1. Windsor 22, Fort Morgan 10 on B106 and B106.com. Nevin McConnell throws it in to Tony Zwedzig to begin the second. 22-10 Windsor out there with Aaron Mendez, TJ Schneider, and Nash Bledsoe. We'll get to the Windsor second quarter lineup here momentarily. Schneider with a basketball on the outside left. Cross-court pass to Bledsoe. Bledsoe nearly had the ball stripped. Maintains the dribble off to the left. Back out to Mendez. Fakes the 3, steps to his right. Spins on Murky. In the right corner, Bledsoe lost the ball, got it back. Dribbling right baseline, and then we got a double dribble. 8th turnover. Alex Baldwin, Aaron Schmidt, Drew Martin, Mitch Spykstra, and Tyson Murky. That's the lineup. Tony Zwedzig is now out for Fort Morgan. Leo Lopez back in. Well, the Mustangs down by a dozen. And Schmidt, who had 10 points in the opening quarter, equaling Fort Morgan's total, has the basketball on the outside right to Spykstra. Against TJ Schneider, cross court to Martin. Martin on the high left for the basketball, dribbling to his right, retreating towards the timeline. Overhead pass to Baldwin. Baldwin looking down low, cross court to Murky. Tyson Murky against Mendez, dribbles to his right. Murky dribbles by Mendez, right corner pass to Baldwin, pulls up, right-handed hook shot, no good, rebound, put back is up and in by Mitch Spykstra. The Windsor lead is 24-10. On the outside left, here's Aaron Anderson, all the way, scoops it up short. Rebound to Spykstra of Windsor, his 3rd rebound. On the outlet to Baldwin, overhead pass to Martin on the high right. Back out to Schmidt, long 3, yes. Boy, that guy is an animal. Aaron Schmidt with 13 and 3 3-pointers in the game. Windsor by 17. They won this first meeting by 39 in Windsor. Schneider in the right corner with the basketball. Bounce pass for Mendez. Back out to Anderson. Swings it over to McConnell in the lane all the way. Scoops it up and in off the glass. Nice move by Nevin McConnell. 27-12 Windsor. Schmidt quickly across midcourt. 6:09 to go in the second. Schmidt in the lane. Lost the ball, got it back. Flips it over to Murky. Murky in the lane up and under. And then blocked by Mendez on the shot taken away by Aaron Anderson. Anderson with the basketball, crossing midcourt. It's a 5-on-4. Bounce pass to Schneider all the way. And he had a shot blocked out of there by Spykstra and taken away by Alex Baldwin. Excellent defensive play. Here comes Schmidt in the front court, fouled by McConnell. Off the dribble at the free throw line. McConnell with his 2nd foul. And McConnell will take a seat on the bench in favor of Nick Garber.
Nevin McConnell has a tough test on his hands tonight as he has to guard Aaron Schmidt.
Oh, yeah, that's almost impossible. Baldwin had the ball stripped away by Garber, gets it right back, outside right. Martin fakes the 3, steps to his right, jump pass down low for Spykstra, and then had the shot blocked out of bounds by TJ Schneider. It stays with Windsor. With 5:37 to go, second quarter. Windsor 27, Fort Morgan 12. Schmidt to throw it in right corner to Spykstra, back out to Drew Martin. Martin's going to hand it off to Schmidt. Schmidt, right wing 3, off the back of the rim. Rebound to Baldwin all the way. Banks scores. Alex Baldwin now has 10 points in the game, and we got a steal by Windsor in the backcourt. Mustangs with their 9th turnover. Here is Baldwin, 16-footer. Book it. Alex Baldwin scores again. Windsor 31, Fort Morgan 12. Timeout Mustangs. 5:11 to go, second quarter. 30-second timeout. Remember the halftime score. The girls game 31-11. Now we have 31-12. This is a much faster paced game, and they got to slow down this Windsor machine because they're on their way towards scoring about the same number of points, 77, as they had in the first meeting, which was a 39-point victory in Windsor 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and that's the problem is these numbers don't lie. Aaron Schmidt has just been unstoppable tonight.
Timeout brought to you by Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland at 1201 East Platte Avenue at Fort Morgan. Stop by and get what you need to refuel on game days at Edwards Wright Price Market in Flowerland. So 5:11 to go, second quarter. And Windsor leads Fort Morgan 31-12. Scott Baker, Tony Zwedzig, along with Wes Anderson, Nash Bledsoe. And let's see who the fifth member is out there. There's only 4 players on the court. There's the fifth for Fort Morgan. That's Eric Kemble. So head coach Chad Unrein going with a different lineup, seeing what these younger players can produce. With the basketballs, Bledsoe left of the lane, leans, had that shot rejected there by Schmidt and taken away by Spikestra. Here comes Windsor into the front court with a basketball. Schmidt left baseline all the way, banks and scores. Fouled by Scott Baker, and to the line is Aaron Schmidt, and Windsor's putting on an exhibition right now.
Well, John, let's face it. 33-12 with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left. You know Coach Unrein is thinking about tomorrow's game as well, as they have Northridge at home, which is they need a big win against tomorrow to look ahead to districts.
Well, the free throw was missed, but the rebound's pulled away by Spikestra, his fifth. On the outside right, Martin, he'll take a three, and that's around and no good. And the ball is loose, and Anderson tries to save it in, cannot. It's Windsor basketball. Let's see who throws it in with 4:41 to go in the second. With Windsor up by 21. Aaron Schmidt and Alex Baldwin are out. That's a good thing for Fort Morgan. But they are multi-talented. Bounce pass in the left corner. And then the entry pass is poked out of bounds, and that bounce pass in the corner was to Adam Ross into the game for the first time. This is a very deep team, too.
Oh.
A lot of players off the bench. Murky to throw it in. Now check that. That's going to be Ross. Down low for Walker on the outside right. Murky fakes the three, penetrates right baseline, leans, shoots, misses, and Walker went over the back, committing the foul. Grabbed the rebound, but he went well over the back. Windsor's committed 14 fouls. The Mustangs with 5. 4:31 to go, second quarter. And the lead is a whopping 21 for Windsor. Stop by 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan at Bijou T-Quest. Letter jackets, T-shirts, banners, and more. They're also your local experts customizing your team's sports apparel. Bijou T-Quest. That entry pass is intercepted. Then we have an intentional foul against the Mustangs. An intentional foul. And that's going to be against Scott Baker.
That really hurts the Mustangs. Is you almost don't expect that call to be made right there, but they're going to get the easy layup either way, and that's just a tough break for the Mustangs.
Yeah, well, it's an intentional foul because it was off the steal and it's a breakaway, like you said, and Drew Martin makes both free throws, and it's 35-12 with 4:18 to go in the second.
And then here's the problem. It's still Windsor basketball.
I know. Well, that's what it is. It's 2 shots of the ball. Walker to throw it into the backcourt to Murky. Murky against Tony Zwedzig. Zwedzig on the outside right in the right corner for Martin, holding the ball up high. Back out to Murky. At the top for Walker. On the outside left, here's Ross. Ross looking down low, feeds Murky. Murky against Zwedzig, left of the lane. And that pass inside tipped away, and it's intercepted by Kemble. And then we have Scott Baker traveling in the backcourt after the ball was fed to him. Don't think he expected it. He's really not a backcourt player. He's a solid frontcourt player. You got to have your ball handlers take it across midcourt. Nonetheless, it's Windsor basketball.
Some Mustangs just getting ahead of themselves and needing to slow that ball down, let Windsor run by them.
With the basketball is Murky. Bounce pass to Walker at the free throw line. Walker on the right baseline, spinning back out straight away to Ross in the lane. Back out to Spikestra. Fakes a 3, steps in. Bounce pass down low for Walker in the lane. Hooks and scores. About a little 7-footer for Dalton Walker. Windsor 37, Fort Morgan 12. 3.5 to go in the opening half. With the basketball, Zwedzig on the outside right to Baker. Baker looking cross court to Zwedzig at the top. Fakes the 3. Takes the 3. Makes the 3. Tony Zwedzig with 5. The Mustangs trail 37-15. Martin on the outside left with the basketball. At the free throw line for Murky. Leans and then Spikestra, I should say. That's an offensive foul. Should be. That's the way it was called. Mitch Spikestra commits the offensive foul as he ran into a Mustang. Mustangs had the ball with 3:10 to go in the second quarter.
Good job by Wes Anderson to get down there and get his feet set as he saw that coming towards the middle of the lane. And you're not going to get up and block Spikestra's shot when you don't have TJ Schneider in the game, and that's the best thing Wes could have done.
Swedzig with the basketball, gets a pick on the outside right, jump pass at the top to Wes Anderson, puts up a 16-footer, and that's going to be short, and the rebound is controlled by Tyson Murky. Murky across midcourt, right baseline, Walker, 15-footer, count it, for Dalton Walker. He's got 6 in the game, and the Mustangs trail 39-15. Swedzig at the top of the basketball on the outside left to Bledsoe. Dribbling at the free throw line on the outside right to Kemble all the way, scoops it up off the glass, too strong. Dalton Walker grabs the rebound for Windsor. With the basketball on the outside right is Oxter into the game, dribbling against Bledsoe, crossover dribble towards the top, dribbling to his right of the lane, double teamed, and Ross takes a 15-footer right baseline, no good, and then the ball is tipped into the hands of Ross, flips it down low, foul first before that pass. That'll be the 17th foul against Fort Morgan. And see who that foul was committed by.
I think 30. Wes Anderson looks like who they're going to give it to. I thought that was going to be on Kemble.
Anderson's first. And 1-on-1 situation for Adam Ross. With a 24-point lead with 2:20 to go. Free throw, yes. Second free throw upcoming for Adam Ross. Well, they're halfway to 80 already. And we still got plenty of time to go in the opening half. Second free throw to be attempted, and that one is up, and that's perfect. 41-15, Leo Lopez and TJ Schneider back into the game with Mendez, Garver, and Aaron Anderson. On the outside right, Mendez with the basketball. Back on the outside left to Anderson. Holding the ball up high, dribbling at the top, back out to Garver. Garver on the outside left to Lopez, left corner for Schneider. Schneider dribbling left of the lane, bounce pass to Lopez. Over to Garver on the outside right to Anderson. Anderson gets a man in the air, leans in the lane, puts it up, and he's fouled as he misses. Aaron Anderson to the line to shoot 2. Strong move by Double A. And the foul was committed over there by, looked like Tyson Murky. No, Dalton Walker instead. That'll be a second. Aaron Anderson to the stripe for Fort Morgan, and the first free throw is good.
Morgan Federal Bank, your one-stop shop for all of your banking and investment needs, from checkings to savings to IRAs. 321 Insight Street, Morgan Federal Bank. There's a difference. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Second free throw is in for Anderson. And the Mustangs lead 41, trail 41-17, a minute 49 to go in the second. On the outside left, Murky with a basketball against Anderson. Cross-court pass is taken over there by Ross. Ross looking to his left to Murky. Murky on the high left, dribbles towards the top of the outside right to Oxter against Garver. Back on the high right to Ross against Lopez. Bounce pass right baseline to Murky. And the give and go to Ross. Lean, shoots, around, no good. Foul, offensive foul. Taking the contact with Schneider. The offensive foul was committed by Adam Ross. And that is Windsor's 4th turnover of the game. With a minute 29 to go in the opening half. 41-17. On the high left with the basketball is Mendez. Mendez near the top for Garver, dribbles by 1, and then the pass went off the knee of a Windsor defender. Ahead is Walker all the way, scoops it up, and he's fouled as he misses. Walker goes hard to the floor. Aaron Mendez committed the clean foul there off the Mustang turnover, which was their 12th. For Mendez, that's his first personal.
I'm just glad that ball ricocheted a different direction, because Dalton Walker had his head completely above the rim, and that was going to be a vicious slam.
Yeah, and my bad here. That would have been Dylan Oxter and not Walker, so my mistake. And the free throw by Oxter is good, but you're right. I mean, he went up there very high. Second free throw here after the first one was made by Dylan Oxter. They almost look the same, him and Walker.
That they do.
Yeah, second free throw is good. And the Windsor lead is at 26, 43-17 with a minute 10 to go before the break. Lopez into the front court on the outside right to Garver. Garver looking down low is going to hand it off to Mendez. Mendez dribbling towards the top, nearly stripped by Oxner on the high right to Garver. Garver with the basketball. Out to Mendez on the outside left to Lopez, well beyond the three-point circle, dribbling at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Garver. He puts up a long shot that's off the back of the rim. And the rebound is controlled by Tyson Murky of Windsor, his 3rd rebound. Bounce pass to Oxter. Oxter on the outside right, spinning in the right corner for Spikestra. Down low for Walker, dribbles, bangs, misses, partially blocked, and it's out of bounds. That is off of Tyson Murky. Good defense by the Mustangs down low.
Boy, Aaron Mendez got back quick. That was nice because I just watched Dalton Walker. He just sat on the right block here and waited until he knew it was his time.
Well, now they called a foul on the rebound on Leo Lopez. So Lopez commits his first foul, 1-and-1 situation. And to the line is going to be Tyson Murky. That is the 19th foul, and the free throw is up and in and out. Rebound is volleyballed around. It's off T.J. Schneider, out of bounds. Well, it was off T.J. Schneider, but they're giving it to Windsor. That was clearly off of Schneider. I don't know. I mean,
you're 100% right, John.
Yeah, but anyway, the Mustangs get a break there. With the basketball, Anderson into the front court. 27 seconds to go. Anderson back out to Lopez. On the outside right to Garber. Garber back out to Mendez. On the high left to Anderson. 18 seconds to go. Anderson dribbles to his right. Right of the free throw line. He's going to have to back it out if he can. He spins, looks, back out to Garber. 10 seconds to go. Right corner to Anderson. Dribbles to his left. Anderson spinning. Back out to Garber. 5 seconds to go. Garber with 4, with 3. Bounce pass down low for Schneider. Right baseline jumper. Good at the buzzer.
That was a pretty shot, John. T.J. Schneider hit a beautiful turnaround spin jumper.
With the score at the break, Windsor 43, Fort Morgan 19 on B106 and B106.com.